Hey, hey, how's it going? If you're new here, my name is Jan and I love makeup. And if you're not new, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate you. There's a hair working its way into my mouth. Okay, so today's video is all of my thoughts on the new Nomad Okavango Safari palette. This is my fifth look with the palette. So how about I walk you through how I got this real quick, and then we can get into what I think. So to start out, I used Roaring Lions all over the inner 2/3 of my lid up into my crease. And then I used a bit of Maremi Game Reserve just to kind of blend out Roaring Lions. And then I used a Pack of Wild Dogs on the outer corner, and I blended that out with Elucid Leopards. And then on the lower lash line, I used a bit of Pack of Wild Dogs and Honking Hippos together on the outer portion of my lower lash line, and then Roaring Lions on the inner. And that's all of the eyeshadows. I've used every single shade in this palette, and I have some actual thoughts on most of these eyeshadows. So if you stick around to the end of the video, I'll tell you what else is on my face in case you care. But if you don't, we'll just get into what I think about this palette. First of all, the outer packaging of this, like, it's soft and fuzzy and leopard print, which I've been a fan of for a really long time. I used to wear leopard print ironically, but now I just wear it because it's fun. And this palette was right up my alley. It's very neutral, which I tend to go for really colorful makeup a lot of the time, but I do love all of the makeups. So even neutral eyeshadow palettes are appealing to me. So first and foremost, these mattes are lovely. They aren't as immediately pigmented and knock you in the face as like the Royal Europe mattes were. These ones are a bit more gentle but buildable. So they blend out really, really easily. They build up nicely. They are lovely. Now, for me, in my experience, there are two shades, possibly three, that are a bit on the trickier side. Not hard, not bad, just a little bit tricky. So those shades would be Leaping Lecheways, Roaring Lions, and Migrating Zebras, or Zebras. These three shades get hard pan pretty easily. Now, hard panning happens for a number of reasons. None of them are super important. In this particular circumstance, I think it's because the eyeshadows are pressed pretty hard into the palette. But I mean, I feel like sometimes there's a trade-off. I don't know what goes into manufacturing and shipping an eyeshadow palette, but I would imagine it's complicated. And shimmer shadows tend to be a bit more fragile, and a lot of times we'll receive palettes in the mail that are a bit broken. Again, the shimmers are easy enough to press if they've managed to stay in their little spots. So perhaps that's why these ones are so hard pressed. But while I was applying Migrating Zebras and Roaring Lions, it got hard pan, and I just used this little spoolie and just gently scraped it, went back in my brush and applied it to my lids. It's that easy. It took an extra, like, what, 2 seconds just to give it a little scratchy poo and put it on my eyes. So, you know, if you're not up for that, then you may want to skip this palette because it's getting hard pan. I think it's going to happen for everybody. Shawnee noticed it immediately in one of her first videos, or the first video, and I've used this a lot now. And those three shades get hard pan. It's just the way it is. I don't mind. It's not a big deal for me. It's so unbelievably easy to fix. I'm not mad at it. As far as the color story, I think once again Nomad did a fantastic job choosing what shades, what tone of shades, all of the things. They're absolutely lovely. And I mixed and matched. I jumped all over. I stuck with, the same rows. I think this palette is a lot of fun. I do want to say there is one shade in here that really surprised me, and that is the Mighty Buffaloes. This kind of bronzy shimmer. When I put this on my eye, I expected it to be pretty. I like a shimmery bronze, but with this formula, it stayed a bit more sparkly in my opinion. And I don't think it was my imagination or my bias towards Nomad. It just looked so pretty. I was very, very happy with that. And I think that the two super dark shades, Rumbling Elephants and Honking Hippos, are great for deepening up the outer corner. They are buildable. So if dark shades are a bit intimidating for you, this might be a good palette to start with if you want to dip your toe into deepening up shades. It's another winner for Nomad. I think this is a fantastic palette. I really enjoyed every look that I did. I spent a bit more time on today's look. I was just playing and enjoying the blending and the putting it on and all of the things. So it's fun. Even if it is a very neutral, wearable look, I had a really good time putting this on. And again, this packaging is just absolutely amazing. I do want to mention also that when I do the bite-sized videos, I typically have music playing in the background. And so for two of them, I asked who just to play some music. So both days that I put, two of the days that I was putting this eyeshadow palette on, the song Africa by Toto was playing, like just randomly, which I thought was hilarious and so appropriate for this palette. So I thought that was worth mentioning. You should go listen to it if you haven't heard in a while. It's so fun. So those are my thoughts. If you have any more questions or if you have any requests that you would like me to do with it, leave it in the comment section. I totally will. I love playing with makeup and I feel like I'm getting my groove back and I'm having fun with the makeups again. So I'm looking forward to playing with more makeups. As for the rest of my face, in case you want to know, I have been mixing the KVD Good Apple Foundation and my Danessa Myricks Color Fix Nudes. The foundation is 048 medium and the nudes is in number 4. Together, these are lovely. The look of the KVD foundation is fantastic. The color match, so tricky. But together, I love how it looks on my skin. I'm back to using my Wet n Wild Incognito concealer. I love, love, love this. Medium neutral is the shade. There's some numbers there too, but I don't know if I can even read them. My powder is the NJC Velvet Finishing Powder that I always use. My contour is, of course, the Kevyn Aucoin, and I have my beloved L'Oreal bronzer in medium 350 back, and I love this. I've used it twice now. So happy to have it back, and it smells so good. So that's my bronzer. My blush is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blurring Blush Balm in Prima Donna. I just thought it would be a nice shade to go with this eye look. I didn't want anything too much, too bright, too pale, too anything. So I think this looks cute. My highlight is the Haus Labs 2D Gel Powder Highlighter in Golden Hour Glow. I love this highlight. It's what I'm wearing on my cheek, my brow bone, my inner corner, my cupid's bow, my nose. This is so pretty, and it's more gold, and I thought it would go with this look a little better. Love, love, love it. My eyeliner is this NYX Professional Makeup Retractable Eyeliner in brown. It's just brown, but this is more of a neutral brown. The other day when I did a neutral look, I used more of a warm brown. Brown eyeliners, eyeshadows, what have you, make blue eyes pop, and I kind of like how it looks, so when I can, I use brown eyeliner. My lip is the Juvia's Place lip liner in Sweet Nothing, and my Stila Stay All Day liquid lipstick in Beso Shimmer. I wanted red lips for this look, and it's a metallic, so can't go wrong with that. I love a metallic lip. I think that's all of the things. I did, of course, prime my eyes with my Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas Eye Base, which I'm almost out of again, but I have a new one to try. So I've got a fair amount of new makeup on the way. I've got shipping confirmations for everything. We're talking Glaminatrix, Odin's Eye. I even ordered from Made by Mitchell. Will Venus has encouraged me to dip my toes in, so that's what I did. So all of that is supposed to be here very, very soon. So if you're not already subscribed to my channel, you might want to do that now. If you want to see some new stuff and some old stuff, I'm back to doing my Throwback Thursday videos using old makeup, not oogie old, just not talked about old. So hopefully you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Either way, I appreciate you hanging out with me today. Let me know down below if you're gonna pick up this palette or if you've already picked it up. I really enjoy chatting with you down there. So that's that on that. Be good and remember to be kind to you.